Okay, listen, y'all, I'm going to be very honest. The way I feel today, I feel so drained. Like, I can't even describe it, but the way that I feel like I don't want to do nothing. I feel like I just want to lay down and mind my business, okay? So with that being said, I'm going to record this because I told y'all I would if somebody commented even though nobody did. Okay, but we digress. We gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show y'all this recipe here. Okay, now it is not my recipe. I found it from, oh, I'll comment her name down below for y'all to see, but I'm gonna show y'all how I do it based off of my needs, even though I'm exhausted. So I'll just do a voiceover. So okay, you guys, so I'm just going to talk as I do this, all right? So then I don't have to do a voiceover because then sometimes when I do the voiceovers, I'll be forgetting what I'm supposed to be saying when I'm supposed to say it, okay? All right. All right, so we're going to start off with, you guys, I'm going to use King Arthur bread flour. So we're going to start off with, it says 4.5 cups of bread flour. Now, sometimes, yes, you should spoon in your flour into your cup, but another thing is if you don't spoon it in, sometimes just don't fill it up and you'll get the same equivalent. Y'all, I don't even know. Don't worry about it today. I'm just not. I'm just tired, okay? So you'll get the same amount. Hey. All right, so that was 3 and this is 4. So I'm going to do this last one and it says a half, okay? So I'm going to add in a little bit more, okay? So boom. All right, flour. Now it says 1 pack of yeast, or you can use 1 or something amount of tablespoons. I don't remember, but like I said, I'll link it down below. So I'm gonna go ahead and add in my pack of yeast, and this is the fast acting yeast. So depending on which yeast you use, it will definitely change how quickly your dough is gonna rise. Then to get that nice chewy flavor, it calls for 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. And then lastly is 1.5 teaspoon of salt. Now what you want to do is you want to give this a good mix, making sure that everything is all incorporated. Now, mind you, if you don't mix this good, it is not going to rise the way that it needs to, because once you incorporate your liquid mixture, it's going to change the consistency of everything. So it's going to make it into like little balls pretty much. And if you are not correctly adding your liquid in after you mix it, it's not going to be mixed correctly, okay? Okay, so now I'm going to bring out our big bowl right here, and we are going to mix everything in here now. Okay, we're going to add in our 1/4 cup of oil and our 1.5 cup of warm water. Now, keep in mind, the water has to be warm because that's what's going to make your dry ingredient, which is your yeast, to activate. Okay, let's go ahead and incorporate our dry mix. And I have my whisk here because I'm going to whisk it. And you guys, let me tell you, she said, and she was she was sarcastic, but she was honest. If you think yours is supposed to look a certain way, it's gonna look tacky. It's not gonna look like all blended, all good, and that's how it's supposed to look, okay? So she did make that clear. So go ahead and just try to get as much of the ingredients mixed in pretty quickly. Um, and as good as you can. And I like to always scrape down the sides of the bowl. I hate, especially when I make bread, or when I see people make bread and I'm like, can you please just take out some time really quick and scrape down the sides? Like, I'm stickler about scraping the sides. I just feel like I just like the bowl to look good even in the even in the process. Go judge somebody else. Okay, I'm just telling you what I like. Okay, so go ahead and give those sides a good scrape down, and your dough is going to look like this. Tacky. You see that? it looks tacky. But as you can see, everything from the bottom is pretty much gone and merged and blended together, okay? Okay, so the next thing you want to do is you want to take your dough, and you can do it on your countertop. I just don't want to do it on the countertop. Y'all, I scraped up our countertop extremely bad because of literally doing stuff on the countertop and then scraping it. So I want to do it on here, but you want to take and you want to knead this until it is nice and soft. So you are going to knead it. Don't feel like you have to be careful with it. You guys, this dough knows what it's doing. Okay, so you just want to go ahead and knead it. And it's already kind of soft. You can put on gloves if you want. I just put on gloves because I have the longer nails now, and I just don't want it to be underneath my nails. So just keep on kneading it, turn it, knead it, turn it, knead it, turn it. And you're going to do this for a little bit until it's nice and smooth. Once it has reached its smoothness for you, you can definitely then take and grease down a bowl or oil down a bowl, and then you're going to place it inside a warm place in your house. So what I like to do is put it in the oven with the oven light on, and you have to let it sit for an hour before you can work with it, okay? So let's go ahead and do that. Then we're going to oil the bowl and place it in the oven while the oven is off, but the light is on. Okay, so I have a glass bowl. Keep in mind, you can use any bowl that you like. I'm going to use some olive oil. You can use any bowl that you like, but the glass is better because it's almost like the heat or the light from the oven can get all inside of the bowl, even from the sides. I know that probably sounds weird, but yeah. Okay, so then boom, here is the dough. So it don't have to be like perfectly smooth, but smooth enough. You want to roll it in here as well because you want to make sure that it's covered on all sides with that oil. Now you can definitely put some oil on it, but I'm just going to roll it like that in the oil, tuck the sides, and we're going to cover it. And where we're going to put it at? In the oven for 1 hour. It is currently 3:14. So I'm not going to pull this out to start making my pretzels until 4:15. Okay. Now also that's going to be part 2. So getting the dough together and prepared is part 1. All right, so let's cover this baby up and place her in the oven. You can also use foil if you like.